Oh, yeah. Go live.
Go live.
Hopefully,
Have you
we
seen
are
that
now
Pal
live.
World?
Who?
Ooh, that Pal World. It's like a Pokemon knockoff that's coming onto the Xbox.
No.
Yeah, it's like a 3D Pokemon thing that you can shoot with fucking with guns and shit.
You're desperate to play it, aren't you?
Do you know what? It looks fucking cool. Like I'm not gonna lie. When's it come out tomorrow? Comes out tomorrow. It's on Game Pass. It looks so good. You got a fucking wee monkey running around with a fucking AK-47.
Jesus. Right,
It's so
I
cool.
think we're live. I think we're
We're
ready.
live. Mm-hmm.
I've put a little tweet out. I mean, an X out.
An
I
axe.
sent an X.
A sex.
Huh?
Oh, there it is.
There
There it
it
is. Oh, baby, baby.
Oh, baby, baby. It's List Me Baby one more time.
Come on then, Arnold.
Do it now. It's List Me Baby one more time. Yeah, do it. We are listing the best video game franchises to ever franchise ever. Possibly.
Possibly.
Hello,
Opinionally.
troops. Welcome to the latest edition of List Me Baby One More Time. With me, Liam, and you, Nick.
Hello, I am here. We are live. I've got nothing witty to say today.
I know, I don't do that for this one, so you can't do your Big Brother knockoff. Start calling you Davina.
That's it.
Davina. I don't even know who does it now. They brought Big Brother back, haven't they? What a waste of time.
God knows. I don't watch TV.
Oh,
Do
do you not
I'd
watch the
rather be watching-
Traitors? Traitors is good, you know.
No, fuck. It's got that Claudia Winkleman in, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd
ignore
fucking-
her. She's only in it for moments.
No, fuck. I'd smash her face into a concrete wall if I could.
Oh, bless her. I think she's
It's
already
right
had
on
that.
mine.
actually.
It looks like it.
Yeah, bless her. Oh, she's a strange one.
I know. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
We
we're talking
need to
about
get-
games, not TV.
Deep into this, bro, because this is going to be a big one, I think.
Oh god, we are definitely all going to be interrupted because my wife's out shopping.
Uh-oh.
I know for a fact we're going to get.
Let's
interrupted.
get going
yeah,
then.
Let's get going.
Number 10.
Oh shit.
Are you going first or am I going first?
You go first.
I think we're going to have... We always like doing these predictions. I don't think we ever go back
Yeah.
to them, but
No,
we will have 1, 2...
I see 4. Potentially 5.
I'm saying 2, maybe 3.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Oh fuck.
Honourable mentions, I think we'll have a few. But
Yeah. I mean, I've got no honorable mentions. I'm just like.
Oh, okay. I'll reel them
I've
off
got-
towards
I've
the
got
end.
10 and 10. That's it.
You can either nod or say, no, they're shite.
Yes, I'll do a thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah. Do you want to go first? Number 10. Have you got a magnificent number
Right.
10?
Okay. So
Super Mario.
no, no. So I'm going to preface this whole thing. Like I've really struggled to think of what my favorite franchises are, and the list that I've made is based on if I have bought the majority of the games in that franchise.
Okay.
I may particularly like certain games in certain franchises, but not the whole franchise. Do you know, like something like Final Fantasy, like Mystic Quest? I love that game, but I don't like Final Fantasy. But I love Mystic Quest. Do you know, it's kind of like that, and I've really struggled. I've gone through all my games and thought of that. So this is just generally a list of all the games that I own for these franchises that I love.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with Mario.
Oh, he is starting with Mario.
Yes, but not the 2D.
Oh,
Like
you're
main-
specifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I love
Didn't even
the
consider
2D
that.
Marios and the 3D Marios, but I generally I can live or can take you know what I mean 1 or 2. Do you know what I mean? But like for the overall, like I've got all the 2D 3D ones, but like I play them because I love Mario. But I mean they're not the best thing about Mario to me. The thing with Mario is like I love like the Mario Karts.
Okay.
Mario RPGs.
Yeah. The
You know,
more
I
obscure Marios.
Yeah, I really enjoy them a lot more than Super Mario Odyssey is an amazing 3D platforming game. Super Mario World is probably the best 2D Mario game. But I think I prefer, if I had the choice, I think I would prefer to play like the Mario Karts and I've started like I messaged you earlier, I started Paper Mario last night on the N64 on the Switch. Like I thoroughly enjoy the Paper Mario series. I enjoy the Mario and Luigi on the RPGs on the Game Boy and DS. I think I'm a lot more involved in those kind of games, and I thoroughly enjoy them more than the actual platforming Marios.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, Mario's not on my list. It's in my honorable mentions because like I do love, I love 64. I really liked Odyssey.
He's got amazing games all across the board. Do you know what I mean? He just has, but like I don't want to just say like I love the Super Mario franchise because the Super Mario encompasses far more different.
It would probably be your easily number one, just
by the volume
of variety,
the volume of games.
Volume of games. That's it. Yeah.
And when I'm thinking about Mario, I do prefer. Do you know what I mean? Like the sports games. I love Mario Golf. Yeah, I love Mario Strikers. I fucking love Mario Strikers.
Never played it. I've always kind of wanted to mess about with it, but
it's such a good little game. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I love all the extra stuff that Mario does. I do love the 2D, 3D game, but I just love the other stuff more. That's why he's 10. That's why he's 10. Do you know what I mean? It's just because he could easily be number one with every game that he does. But
Yeah, well, I'd have put money on you having him as number one just because of the mass games and it's not just mass games. They're all awesome games as well.
They're all good.
To be fair,
that's the problem.
You can probably name a handful of poor Mario games, but like the rest are outstanding, aren't they? So
exactly. Exactly.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
I'm on board with
so
that.
There's the Paper Mario that's on the Switch. That I think on the Game Boy Advance one, they've got the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. That's another phenomenal RPG game. Do you know what I mean? And bloody Super Mario RPG's just come out on the Switch. Fucking another phenomenal game. There's just so much variety that he has, and I think those other games that he does should have their sort of like.
Oh, he's frozen.
Quality internet.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. What happened there?
I don't know. You froze for me.
You froze for me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're like,
hey, the proof's going to be on my footage, bro.
Very much.
I also really, really loved when I got the Wii and I played. Was it Super Paper Mario?
Yes.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
It was very
the 2D
weird.
Paper Mario game.
It was really weird. It was quite dark.
You had to change the Wii to change perspective.
Yeah.
I thought it was really smart. Yeah,
it's good use of the remote. It wasn't like like how some of the Wii stuff. It's just annoying. Some of the things like the quirkiness of it.
Just all waggle the remote in silly positions. No, but this is like
and I loved it.
Wanted to view something, you could turn it,
and you could point the remote at the screen and it would turn into like the Metroid scan thing and you'd be looking for hidden things.
Yeah.
The whole 2D to 3D thing. It was really clever. I just find it was very Japanese in the way it was done, like with the RPG-ness and the story, and it was just weird. I found the story and everything weird, but the game was fun.
I remember I never finished it. I remember
it was long.
Hours and hours.
Oh, the internet's having a mare. The internet's having a mare.
Hello. You froze again.
Yeah, I know. Oh. I don't know what's going on.
It's definitely you.
Oh, that's not good.
Let's just list them off like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, Sonic, Mario.
Shortest episode ever.
Jesus. Yeah, Mario, very good, worthy of number 10. That's fair enough. I'm not going to complain, obviously. My number 10. I'm hoping you snuck this onto your list, but then I won't be surprised if you didn't. But
go on.
MotorStorm.
I never.
MotorStorm, easily my
MotorStorm.
favorite racing franchise.
Yeah.
Not a load of games. They've only got 5 games, I'm sure, from what I
Yes.
remember. So you got
I think I've got 3.
yeah. So you got the original MotorStorm, and then you got
Which I love.
amazing, still amazing.
yeah.
It's a bit
Yeah.
clunky now because it was the first one.
It's hard.
Early
hard as
PS3.
fuck.
It's really hard. It's tough. It's tough
know.
when you get to those later stage races. MotorStorm Pacific Rift, which is my
Yes.
favorite one. I love just you had the tropical setting, you had like the volcano-y setting. You had like there's one that looked like the moon. You were on the moon or something like that. Just that's all I ever thought of on this specific one. But it was to do with the elements and stuff. So you had your water stages, your fire stages, your earth stages, and your air stages or something.
Yeah.
That was really good. Then MotorStorm Apocalypse, which we loved.
We love. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, online on that was just
We had some fun.
it was the best. And then you got the more obscure. You got Arctic Edge on the PSP, which was one of the
Play that one.
it was one of the best PSP games.
Snow ones.
Yeah, really, really good. And they brought in like snow plows and stuff like that.
Oh, nice snowmobiles and stuff.
And it was this came out before 3, I'm pretty sure. And this sort of introduced like messing with the elements and things. So if you could drive past like a massive slope that's got loads of snow, and if you were in like a snowmobile, you could bonk on the horn, and the horn's powerful
Start an
enough to
avalanche.
cause an avalanche.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So that was really good for a PSP as well, for a handheld
Yeah.
game. It was really good. And there's loads of races on it, just like the first 2, basically.
Can you play PSP games on the Vita?
Yeah. That's how I played the God of War PSP games. Yeah.
Cool. Come on, I might
Worth
need to
doing, bro.
jailbreak mine.
Arctic Edge, still awesome game.
I might need to jailbreak mine, yeah.
And then you had the slightly obscure MotorStorm RC. Did you ever play RC?
No.
It was alright. It was just
No.
it was like an early days indie game. Like you'd
That
pay.
like the one that was like the remote control cars that go
Yeah.
around every track.
Yeah.
I remember you.
I
talking
bummed it.
about
I did bum it. I enjoyed it. It was just it was a quirky, fun little racer game. And I 100%ed it, finished it, job done. There's a big emphasis on beating people's high scores online stuff, and you could like duel with people and things. It was alright. It was alright.
Yeah.
It's
See, the problem with that though is that you get like you Japanese people that like fucking do a track in like 30 seconds or whatever.
it got
and-
stupid. Yeah, it did get
Yeah.
stupid. But the game, it isn't a patch on the other 4, but
It's
for
still a
just
good game.
for just to pick up and play, it was like I think it was an early PS Vita game, but you could play it on the PS3 as well.
Yeah.
But the reason it's in my top 10 as a franchise is it doesn't have a poor game. It doesn't. There's no poor game. They're all fun racing games, and it to me it is the most. I mean, I'm not going to shit on Gran Turismo or Need for Speed or anything like that, but like I know I'd have more fun playing MotorStorm than as amazing as Gran Turismo games look and the level of detail and stuff.
It's that whole simulation thing.
Yeah,
I hate that as well.
Give me
I need an
MotorStorm.
arcadey.
Yeah. I would stick an idiot on a quad bike doing massive jumps, leaps of faith in the mountains on Pacific Rift.
Yeah.
And, smashing into each other and stuff, giving people that as you're driving past them is great. That's a proper video game, that. MotorStorm, baby. Next!
Right. So from going from your favorite racing franchise to I'll go to my favorite racing
Can I guess?
franchise. Yeah,
Does it start with an F?
it does.
Does it then go with 0?
Yes.
Yay! It does. Number 9.
I love F-Zero. My God, was that such a fucking... I don't want to say it's a dead franchise, but I mean, it's definitely in the Nintendo limbo.
I find it odd that they've not sort of resurrected it a little bit.
Well, I mean, they've released recently the F-Zero 99, which is your SNES F-Zero. But it's like the Tetris 99 and that all on the Switch. You're racing 98 other people, and you only have like 3 or 4 laps. And if you're in a certain position when you get up a lap, you get eliminated. Okay. And then you earn points and coins, and you can get different cars and cosmetics and that. And then there's different races where you can have team mode and that sort of thing. which is fine. It's good, and it's amazing that they've brought that on the Switch, because it's brought a franchise back into some sort of like relevancy. But I mean, they have let this franchise lay dormant since the GameCube. And like, you know, F-Zero GX is an amazing game on the GameCube, absolutely phenomenal. And it's just I love the fast, like F-Zero X is amazing. Oh, fuck, I love F-Zero.
That's the only one I've played. That's the 64 one.
That's so remember when you came up and we played it, and like you and Fraser were just like smashing.
Oh, yeah, terrible.
Everything. I know.
I'm not good at those games.
It's a fast game, and that's it. You know, especially the tracks that use a cylindrical, that use a tunnel, because once you start spinning around that tunnel, it's hard to try and get your bearings and where you need to be. But yeah, it's a fast-paced racing game, and there's some strategy involved where, you know, you can attack other people to kill them off, or, you know, and then you have to use your shield. You've got like a shield, like a life bar, and you can regain your life bar. And I just think it's some of the tracks are all really fucking good as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though the F-Zero X is like, there's not, see, like your Mario Kart on the N64, you've got like all your surrounding sort of like, you know, landscapes and all the backgrounds and all that sort of stuff. F-Zero goes so fast that it's like all they've got is literally the floor. And it's like you're thousands of miles up in the air racing on anti-gravity things, and there's nothing around you. The screen is just like blank. But it doesn't matter, because you're going so fucking fast. You've not got time to look at the backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like the GX one on the GameCube, it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful game. And the music's amazing, and yeah, I just wish, like, pray fucking to all the gaming gods that Nintendo bring it back in some form.
One day they will. They bring everything. This day and age, everything comes back at some point. It's just a matter of time, and when they decide to.
I mean, like with Metroid, you know, they left Metroid really for a while. The other M came out on the Wii, and it did so bad.
Yeah, but
I think most people thought that franchise was dead after that. So when they came out with Dread, you know, and they were like, shit, okay, you know, and I think everyone at that point was like, well, they've brought Metroid back. Where's F-Zero?
Yeah, exactly.
And there's still been no mention, nothing.
Sega are doing like a big boy move this year, aren't they? With Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Shinobi, stuff like that. Which it's totally out of the blue, totally random. But I guarantee you, a big part of it was Streets of Rage 4, because Streets of Rage 4 is fucking awesome, you know. Honest to God, it's such a good game. Like, and I was so worried about that before, when it got announced, and it was just like, you know, I treasure Streets of Rage 2, so like, I didn't want them to bring it out. I think it was 2020. I didn't want them to ruin it by incorporating too many modern mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Second. She is here. She is here. I need to go help her.
Okay, that's fine.
I'd be a bad husband if I didn't.
I know. Run, boy, run. Yeah. I can't really comment much on F-Zero. Like I say, I played F-Zero X on Nintendo 64. A mate of mine in primary school let me borrow it. Well, it was totally random. I never asked for it. I think he just brought it in. He was like, "Go take this home and give it a play. It's awesome." So I gave it a go, and I'd only really played on Nintendo 64. I'd only played Mario Kart as a racer, but I remember really being blown away by F-Zero, because I grew up playing Wipeout on the PlayStation, so that's my sort of futuristic racer, which obviously got a lot of inspiration from F-Zero. It's quite obvious. So I struggled with F-Zero big time, but that was just me being bad at the game. I thought it was amazing. To be fair, it did blow my mind, because it is, compared to Mario Kart, in comparison with a game on the same console, it was rapid fast. But yeah, it was awesome. He's putting it ahead of Mario though, although he's gone for obscure Mario at number 10. So there we go. Oh, so while it's just me, why don't you use this time to get following, get subscribing? You know, we're on all the socials as well. Check out the all the GAK social media stuff. We are now just GAK again. I've reverted back to GAK to keep it simple. So we're on Twitter or X. It's GAK_podcast. Everything else is at GAK podcast. Twitter is GAK_podcast.
I'm helping you out because good.
He's a good husband. Oh, gives me a bit of an opportunity to just have another double check of the old the list that I've got on here. This super accurate list of the best franchises. We only talk about the best here. Don't do inferior gubbins on this channel. GAK.
I like your phone for stuff.
Yep. Be good husbands. Good husband.
Yeah.
There we go. Husband of the year 2024.
Nice. Here he is, boys. Right. Good husband. Showing you how it's done.
I know, I'm going to eat this fucking orange as well.
Oh, he's got fruit. What's going on?
Hey, I give this to Miles on his fucking lunch.
Oh no, frozen again. This seems to be a thing.
Keep freezing. What are you doing?
It's not me.
It's not me.
Proof is in the video, bro. I'm going to purposely keep it in.
Okay, that's fine.
It's part of the video. It's definitely not going to be annoying as a podcast.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so F-Zero number 9.
Yep.
This might come as a shock. It's very low down, but it's because I prefer all the other 8. Grand Theft Auto number 9.
That is on mine. That is on mine as well.
Yeah, it has to be, doesn't it? Like,
oh, God, yeah.
Not that I've got notes, but in my list, I've just put next to them like all the games that I like, basically. I've sort of just all the games I like. So I've gone... I wasn't 100% keen on 1 and 2. 1 and 2 were fine. They were fine.
Yeah.
But 3, 4, 5, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Chinatown Wars. Did you ever play Chinatown Wars on the DS?
I never played Chinatown. No,
really
I never
good,
played
you know.
that. I played Liberty City Stories. I had that on...
PSP.
That was the PSP, but I remember they re-released it on the PS2.
Yeah.
And I remember getting that, and I remember playing it, and I was like, this isn't as good as 3.
No,
and
but it's handheld.
I struggled to play it. Yeah. The controls weren't as good.
I never played it on the console, and I can imagine it's quite inferior to the proper console Grand Theft Auto games.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It had the same, more or less the same buttons, didn't it, as the console? So it should have really worked, but I struggled.
It was the PSP was missing the second analog stick, the right analog stick, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't remember.
PSP, I'm sure only had because I remember you had to control Peace Walker's camera with the buttons on the right. It was fine. It worked. They made it work. So, Liberty City Stories. Liberty City Stories worked on the handheld. It was a handheld game, and to be fair, it blew my mind that I was playing Grand Theft Auto, like a full-on Grand Theft Auto game on a handheld device. But I mean,
once I get the man cave set up, I'll give it another bash. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. It's you've played it. It's fine.
Yeah, but I never finished it, and I don't remember. I don't remember how far I played into it.
I don't think it's a huge game. Oh, he's froze again. Or I froze again. Oh, wait.
What a beaut. What a fucking beaut that face is. I'm going to send that to you now.
Oh, no. You were like this with your drink.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, Liberty City Stories, mind-blowing for a handheld game. But, obviously, 3... San Andreas, Vice City, 5.
I mean, we've gone through this plenty of times. It's an absolute phenomenal franchise.
They're the standouts.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But I do want to give a little thingy to Chinatown Wars. That was a surprisingly good game.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my thing for my DS is hacked, and I'm probably sure that I had it on there. I just never got round to actually playing
Yeah,
it.
because
So
it does a good job of incorporating the DS's gimmick and stuff, and you got the touch
the
screen
touch
and
screen and that.
lots of little stuff.
Yeah.
And like, if you was to just look at it, a Grand Theft Auto game on DS, you'd sort of go,
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work. But they made it. It was quite cartoony looking.
Yes.
And it wasn't quite over, bird's eye view over the top. It was like a more isometric,
it's like this sort of like 2D sort of thing.
But yeah, and I think it would sort of shift about as well to make it work. It was a really fun game. I'd like to give it a bit of credit as part of this
the whole
number
collection.
9 series for me.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else can be said about Grand Theft Auto? Everyone bloody knows how good it is.
They push the gaming envelope with every iteration. So
yeah, and in all fairness, there is no dud game. I mean, I know you're not the biggest fan of 4, but you can't say it's a shit game. It's just
because at the time it was amazing.
It's just not aged as well as some of the others.
Yes.
I think in the same way as 3's not aged well. Vice City and San Andreas are a bit clunky now, but each time these games were released, they were the dog's bollocks of that time. Everyone.
They're like pioneering of what gaming could be at that point.
Yeah. And
yeah.
God knows how good 6 is going to be. It's going to be something else, isn't it?
I know. We'll have fun with that.
Oh,
right. Well, I mean, you've taken GTA off my list, so you can get another one.
We're going again.
That's the first one. Yeah, well, that's the first one we've both got one together.
I know. I think we've only got one, maybe 2 more. Number 8, stick with Rockstar, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that's not on my list.
Oh, bro.
I've not played them. I mean, I've got, like I said last week, you were like...
Have you not even played the first one? Oh, no, I mean, Red Dead Redemption. Because there's actually... it's not Red Dead Redemption, it's Red Dead.
It's Red Dead Revolver.
Never played Red Dead Revolver. I think it was a bit... from what I heard.
I know, because I heard it's supposed to be it was really good, like really sort of like entertaining.
All right,
the gameplay for Red Dead Revolver was.
I don't know. I assumed it was a bit... But I think because Red Dead Redemption was so like well regarded and well received and won every award,
everything,
at the time.
I mean, when I was like,
you go.
I remember when we were living with Dan and Banger, and he had it on the Xbox, and he would play it, and we would sit downstairs and just watch him just like beat about like, and it did look phenomenal, and I did really want to play it. Especially the Undead Nightmare. He said he took that game.
You would
another.
Fucking love Undead Nightmare, because it's so. Oh, he's gone again. I mean, I've gone again. He's probably taking more pictures of me. Stop taking pictures, bro.
I'm taking pictures.
I knew you were taking pictures. Yeah. Oh God, this isn't good. Right, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna BRB quickly.
Okay.
See if there's a source of this issue.
Okay. I'm glad. I hope we're not live. 'Cause I'm just sitting here and not talking at all, right? And I should probably actually like just say hello and welcome. Although, my download speed actually are down. I'm still at fucking 40 megasecond though. I mean, that should be fucking easy enough for a fucking phone call over bloody Discord. Well, there we go. So, how's everyone? Fuck, my download speed is actually really bad. It might actually be me. Just, could be me.
May not be beer.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I mean, I've just done a speed test, and my speed is actually down to 40 meg a second.
Is that bad?
I mean, well, not really. I mean, that's probably like normal for you.
That's probably tons better than mine.
Probably fast for you, actually.
Carrie is watching Netflix, and she says normally it does sort of stutter for her when she tries when we're streaming, but I don't know. It's just odd for this to happen. It doesn't normally.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. I like the logo, by the way. Of the.
It's cool, isn't it?
I knew you would incorporate it in some way.
I'm trying to find a way to incorporate most things into the GAC stuff, because I like having little mascots like I had.
I know.
When I had my
you
channel.
were doing the AI stuff, I was like, oh fuck, he's gone down this hole
awesome. Now. It's so good.
I'm gonna send you a message and see. I'm gonna send you a message of what I want and see what generates from it.
Yeah, do it. Let me know.
Cool.
Mate, we could do videos on those AI stuff, We could just... How far can we go? How random can we get?
We'll do it.
Yeah, anyway. You would absolutely love Undead Nightmare.
Yeah.
Because it's so cheesy and campy. It helps when you've played the Red Dead Redemption story.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like a what if sort of thing. Say you get to the end of the story and it's a nice super happy ending. It's not a happy ending, Red Dead Redemption.
No.
But imagine it was a nice happy ending. But then there was a zombie outbreak. And then it's like you sort of work backwards and you meet up the characters that you met in the main story, and then some of them just get mauled by zombies randomly, or they might give you little, missions to do when you help them out and things.
I mean, Red Dead Redemption is still like £24 on the Xbox now.
Yeah, I think I got it for 20 quid on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
100%
so I'm like,
worth it.
Yeah, because you get that and Undead Nightmare at the same time. Yeah, I've got them both on my wish list. Yeah,
and I've enjoyed it so much. It's just
I would only do the Xbox thingy because they still has the online. It's still available on the Xbox, but not on the PlayStation.
I think it's only the PlayStation 1 that's 60 frames a second as well.
Ooh.
I think.
No, I'm sure I read that the Xbox one.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just PlayStation.
No, I'm sure people see the Xbox one.
It's not like
the better version.
It's not like
a deal breaker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, your eyes can only thingy 24 frames a second anyway. So when people talk about the 60 frames bollocks, fucking yeah,
it is.
That's one of the gaming tropes that does my fucking head in. Like,
it is buttery smooth though. It is really buttery smooth compared to what the PS3 one was. PS3 one is rough when you walk about. You can see it's a bit jumpy a little bit. Not jumpy, but it's just a bit rough. Yeah. But this one, PS4, PS5, it's just buttery smooth. It's supposed to be good. It runs so well. But yeah, and then I've not even mentioned the second one, which is...
We don't even need to discuss that because it's
arguably the greatest game ever made.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean I see it on Twitter all the time.
Until you've played it, honest to God, mate, it is something else. Red Dead 2.
I know. I'm gonna try and find some time to actually sit and play it.
Oh, mate.
Now that we've got the new TV and everything, and we can actually play it in 4K and actually get to see it actually.
Rockstar need to get their act sorted though and make it a PS5 upgrade.
A lot of people are saying that. Yeah, they want the next gen update for it.
It's bonkers. It's still one of the most beautiful games ever.
They're working on 6 though. They've got no priority. I see when
bollocks
6 is
to
out.
Grand Theft Auto. I'm taking out my top 10. Red Dead.
See when 6 is out and that's it, and everyone's doing 6, they'll be like, right, we'll do Red Dead Redemption 2 upgrade, because then everyone will go back to that to play it all over again to see the upgrade.
Yeah,
they're not daft.
No, of course they know what they're doing. They're stinking rich for a reason. Right, hit us with number 7, bro.
I'm gonna go Borderlands.
Yes, it was
on your list.
It was number 10 for the longest time until we went live. 2 minutes before we went live.
Knocked it off, Ryan.
I had to knock it off because something came back to my head, and I was like, oh yeah, that's got
okay. Yeah, got Borderlands.
Love Borderlands, man.
I know, so good, so enjoyable.
It's
Such
because
good
of
humor.
you that I play Borderlands, because I remember how much you told me you loved the first one.
Yes, yeah. I remember.
I enjoyed the first one. It was fine.
Oh, I loved the first one. The first one was this is my favorite. It was. We just moved up, and we were living with Steph's mum and dad, and I was lying in bed, and it was about 2:00 in the afternoon, and I was like sitting in bed because it was like -9 outside in fucking Scotland. And like I remember playing it, and Steph's dad come in, and I'm wrapped up in the duvet, like just my hands just out of the thing you playing the game, and I'm playing ball. And I just remember the humor, and Matt and fucking Moxie was on the
Oh dear.
and yeah, and he just looked at me, looked at her, and I was like, "Cool, right? Dinner's at 5." He just left me and just put on his there.
Goodbye, sugar.
So good. But like all the characters are fucking really good, really funny. The story is amazing. I mean, the prequel, sequel, and then number 2 are phenomenal. I just think 3, as much as I love 3,
wasn't it?
it was a tiny bit of a letdown, yeah. And I think it's because they'd hyped themselves up so much with 1 and 2 in the prequel that it was that they had like an impossible task.
I don't know, because Rockstar do it all the time, don't they? Rockstar have it way harder than what Borderlands 2K games
Yeah,
have,
no,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
they do. But then they also have the studio size
Yeah.
and the money to pump
yeah,
into.
yeah.
I don't think 2K had that. You know what I mean?
I think the thing is with 3, I'm not surprised we both have the same sort of view on 3.
I mean, we've not actually played 3 together.
We had a mess about it with yours.
Yes,
Not
but,
like a mess about. No, we didn't.
Yeah,
go.
We've done
whole
1
hog
and
on
2. Yeah, we've gone through 1 and 2, haven't we? The majority of both games, but we've never actually gone and done 3 together.
Which I would like to do, because I know I'd enjoy it more with the pair of us.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
The thing is, like Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel don't have amazing gameplay. Like the combat's not amazing in it. It's quite clunky. It's messy.
Yes.
It's an RPG, so you can bash someone in the head with a sniper rifle 50 times and it does no damage because RPG rules.
Yes,
but
I think at 3 they kind of let that loose, didn't they? They kind of loosened the reins on that element.
3 is the one time they've actually made the gunplay in that really good. It's fluid and fun to play, and it's But everything that's great about the originals, like the story, the characters, and the humor,
the bosses, and
the bosses, non-existent in 3.
Yeah,
that's all gone for the sake of the better gameplay, and it's like it's so weird. It's just
and
the characters just didn't work for me.
No, they weren't as good.
There's no memorable
the whole
characters.
thing of like, no, there isn't. It's the guns where they spent more time. Like there's over like, was it like 1 million guns or
yeah, they went over the top with the loot thing, didn't they? I know it's a loot shooter, but that's not why people love it.
What was it? There's like a burger gun or something like that. Was it?
Christ,
There was daft.
There was.
Guns
I did like the. I never ever came across it playing it because you probably have to be a stupidly high level. But there's. It's probably a. Was it the Tediore guns that you could, when you reload, you lob them, and they explode?
Yes, and
I'm sure
the
there's
more
one
ammo
of
that's
them.
in him, the bigger the explosion. Yeah.
I'm sure there's one of them where it becomes like a running gun.
Yes, it runs along the floor.
It just runs and starts shooting. I always remember that in the trailer and thought that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Never came across it in the game.
No.
So
I know
that's a bit annoying.
Yeah, but I think the highest point at Borderlands 2 was Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
The Bunkers and
Dungeons
Badasses.
and Dragons. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, it's so good. So good, and it just perfectly hit the humor as well of taking the piss out of people that play the game.
Yeah,
but also actually making it really fucking cool to play. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to play after playing that.
Yeah.
And that was the last DLC.
That
for 2,
was the finale of 2.
Yeah.
Which was God as Borderlands 2, which is my favorite one. That was the. I played the first one because you told me how amazing it was. Played it to the end. It was fine. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like 2 for me was the next step up, the next level.
Yeah.
I preferred the characters in it. Handsome Jack is an awesome bad guy. He's such a knobhead.
It's
great.
And that's what makes him so good.
Yeah, but all the
he
areas
dies in
and
the 2,
stuff,
doesn't he?
Yeah, you kill him at the end of 2.
Yeah. So I can't remember who's the bad guy in 3. That's what the
bad guy in 3 is the twins.
Oh shit! Yes, and they're like
really,
screamers.
really annoying. But because similar to the way Rockstar do it, each Borderlands game is great for its time, isn't it? The humor is very much of its time. If you play 3, I think that's why, like, because we're older now, and like this day and age annoys us because we're old codgers. 3 has a lot of. It's all to do with bloody live streaming, and they keep doing
influencers,
influencing. There's, in all fairness, I actually enjoyed this bit, but it's still annoying. There's the Fortnite area, which is like done like a battle royale. Do you remember that bit?
I don't remember.
There's like
bit.
a specific little area, which you do a mission for Moxie, I think, and it's basically super obvious. It's a blatant thing at Fortnite or the battle royale thing.
Because they had like the battle arenas in 1 and 2.
Yeah. But
so is this just like a proper?
This is just I think this is just a little side area for you to do
a wink, wink, no more. Say no more sort of thing. Yeah.
And it's enjoyable for what it is, but it's still also annoying that it's like a reminder of Fortnite is a thing and like, it's taken over the gaming world. My favorite bit that I've only ever done the one time, so I think it's quite far into the game and I've never got back to it. Was where they brought Penn and Teller into it as baddies.
Yes.
I mean, they're not Penn and Teller in it, but they are basically themselves.
Themselves.
But I think Penn's the mouthy one, isn't he?
Yes.
Teller's one that doesn't talk.
This is the silent one. Yeah.
I love Penn. He's just, I don't know, there's just something about him. He's so entertaining. And the way he is. You've met them?
I was in Vegas.
Oh, legend. Yeah, they're so cool.
They were so cool, actually. They were so cool.
And I remember really enjoying that part of the game. I just don't remember anything beyond that. But 3's fine. I will play it again. Like when I started the pre-sequel the other day on the Switch, it kind of made me think, I quite fancy playing 3 now because I know it's a bit more up to date.
We should actually go through all the games again.
I know, we can do. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like Thursday night's our opportunity to have a bit of game time, so we could just every so often
Borderlands.
Do a Borderlands for an hour or 2.
Once a month Borderlands. There you go. Deal. We'll do that.
Be a good laugh. Get it streamed. Bit of banter. We'll do that.
We can call it Bummerlands.
Bummerlands? So many bums, bro.
There's loads of bums in that podcast.
God, how long will it take for us to finish it? Jesus Christ.
The whole series.
The whole series will be about 60 by then.
We'll do one. Yeah, we'll just go through all the Switch games.
Borderlands
when we get
12 will be out by then.
And then when we get to 3, I'll actually get PlayStation Plus.
Just quickly, did you play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands?
No, I wanted to get it,
but
just never had the time.
It's fine.
All the money, to be fair.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Very similar to 3, just that they were trying to recapture the bunkers and badasses.
That's kind of what I thought it would be.
It's like
because it's done so well.
Yeah, it's like if Borderlands made Skyrim.
Yeah.
It was fine. I probably got about halfway through. It gets quite repetitive and it just gets a bit boring.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
I'll tell you what. When we get to that point, and if it's on offer, we'll get it and I'll play it.
Oh yeah, I'll jump on it with you again. I'll definitely play it again. It's still fun. It's just it gets repetitive. But if you've got someone there with you, they can help get you through. You get a bit of a laugh.
I think is when there's 2 of us, it makes it a little bit harder as well. So actually, kind of puts the make the increase in difficulty will keep us kind of engaged a bit more.
Yeah.
So good.
My number 7.
Yep.
Nice and simple. Sonic the Hedgehog.
course, it was going to be.
It was going to be there.
Yeah.
But I had to be realistic. I could easily.
For a franchise that had like fucking 2 good games in the whole franchise, you put it in at number 7, don't you? There you go.
I'll have you know, son, that you've got 4 incredible.
What? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about Sonic Mania 3.
Sega Mega Drive games.
What?
You then had
4.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 Sonic and Knuckles. 4. You then had Sonic CD on the Mega CD, which was class in its own way. Time travel.
Yeah.
You know, you can alter the game depending on what you do in the past. If you travel back to the past and you murder everything, and then you come back to the future and everything's dead. It's great. Very creepy music in that game. It's really unsettling.
It is actually good. Yeah, especially the Japanese version of the music.
The Japanese music is mental and that's awesome.
I know.
Sonic 4 is fine. It'll do.
That was the one that became an episode, wasn't it? I remember you playing it in college, and I was like, I'm not fucking.
It wasn't great.
£9 an episode.
It wasn't great. It was fine. It was just like they just rehashed a lot of shit from 1, 2, and 3. I just don't get why.
Well, that's what they keep doing.
Yeah, but it wasn't Sonic 4. It shouldn't have been Sonic 4 because they just.
Yeah.
It should have been. I don't know. Not a numbered one.
I mean, the Sonic Advances on the Game Boy Advance.
They were good. I only played the first one.
Okay. I love the first one. I remember playing the second one, but I wasn't as impressed with the second as I was.
I think I jumped on it on the old boy just to give it a go, and Sonic Advance, the first one's really good. And then obviously, Mania. Mania is probably the best.
Mania is good. Yeah,
it's probably the best Sonic game ever made.
I've still yet to finish it, but I do keep chipping away every level every now and again.
Yeah, but again, it does do the nostalgic. It's got Green Hill, it's got Chemical Plant, it's got Flying Battery, it's got just do original stuff. The original levels in Mania are some of the best ones.
There is,
they're the best levels in the game.
Levels.
Generations, I love Generations. It's probably the only 3D one I really like.
We played that together.
That's so good. That is so good. And then a little mention to Sonic Superstars. I really enjoyed it.
I noticed that you've mentioned only the 2D.
No, Sonic Generations.
Sonic, well, no, that's 2D and 3D. But I mean, you've not gone Sonic Adventure's amazing.
Sonic Adventure's not great. It's not.
It's fair.
Sonic belongs in 2 dimensions. We'll leave it at that.
He's too fast.
He's a 2D boy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to dwell on Sonic too much. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Same as GTA. Same as Mario. What needs to be said.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, are we on number 6?
God.
Number 6.
No, are we on number 6? I thought we were on number 7.
I'm on my number 6. I don't know if you've done your number 7.
Oh, no. Right, okay, let me have a look. Yeah, got them. Resident Evil.
Oh.
Alright, okay, I'll take it back.
Can we wait a bit before we talk about Resident Evil?
Yeah, okay, we'll take it back. I'll take it back. Star Fox.
That was like a dagger in my heart, that, bro.
It's not my 6th favorite. I'm just literally listing 10 of my favorite franchises.
Okay,
we'll
erase that part. Erase it. Cut. Cut.
Okay. Just do a rewind on the video.
Star Fox.
Was it South Africa? Star Fox.
Awesome.
I love Star Fox.
Good choice.
Star Fox is generally my fucking absolute favorite Nintendo franchise.
Wow.
I adore it so much. We've talked about the SNES one, and I waxed lyrical for an hour at least before you got a word in edgeways. Yeah. And then Lilac Wars came out and was essentially a 3D retelling of Star Fox on the SNES, but again, absolutely amazing. Definitely in the top 3 best games of the N64. Was the Star Fox. Oh god, yeah, love it, absolutely love it. And now that we've got them pads,
I know.
Those things. I'm going through all them N64 games. Like I am gonna absolutely rinse Star Fox. I can't wait to show Flynn because he'll go crazy for it as well.
Yeah.
And then it kind of died on its horse after the two games, because you'd had the Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube, and it was a 3D adventure, and it was fine. But what that was it was a rare game called Dinosaur Planet that they kind of gave up on it about 3/4 of the way through, and then Nintendo just slapped Star Fox on it, and it was fine. But Fox McCloud does not deserve to be out of his all-wing. Yeah, running around with a staff battering dinosaurs.
Okay.
And then Star Fox Assault was a soft reboot. And that wasn't as good because again you had, Fox was out and about shooting with a gun and jumping in tanks, and it just and it was so like I bought them because I love Star Fox and I could just play them and I just my heart would just sink. Just to see a franchise that I absolutely love just not performing as well as it should. Then there was the games on the DS where you had to draw. You could draw where your ship wanted to go, and as you were doing it, other ships were going around, and you had to try and defend your base while attacking them. And they were really good because you would fly the ship or the screen, and you would that was really smart. You tap the screen to shoot and stuff. Right. Really smart. And then got nothing on the Wii, and the Wii U brought out Star Fox Zero, which was again they wanted to do another soft reboot, and it would have been a good, I say good, not great, it would have been a good game if they didn't decide that you had to control the R-Wing with the screen pad. So the screen pad was basically your cockpit view. Yeah. And so you see yourself on the screen, but you'd have to look at your pad, and you would fly and move your pad to fly. Okay. And it was so unintuitive, and I don't know. And whoever came up with the idea for the controls, I don't wish ill on anybody, but I hope he was fired. I hope that whoever it was got picked up by. It might have been John Nintendo. And if John Nintendo decided, I hope he got wedgied as he was getting lifted and fucking thrown out the fucking door. Because it absolutely fucking ruined that game.
Do you think he did a barrel roll while he flew out the door?
John, do a barrel roll.
Yeah. Star Fox jokes, people. Google it.
Yeah, Google. Yeah, welcome to the memes. And it's such a shame that a franchise that I love has gone on its arse. I think the concept is amazing. It's space battle. Do you know what I mean? I think the R-Wing ships look absolutely phenomenal, and I bought that. Do you remember that game? Oh, is it Starlink? Where it was you had the ships, you could buy the ships. I've got it on the PS4 because I remember it was on sale for £20 or something like that, and it was the game, the ship, the because you had to put the thing on your pad, and you could put the ships on, and you could put weapons on, and whatever you did on the actual thing it came on in the game. Right, so Joe, it was really fucking smart. Yeah. And I literally only bought it on the Switch version. Oh, it was the Switch version, just because I can get a model of the R-Wing. The Nintendo one had a special Star Fox and it was I just wanted the R-Wing model. That's how much I love the ship. I think it's such a fucking cool ship. And see, whenever any ships that you can get to design in video games, I always try and make it an R-Wing. Do you know what I mean? I just love the R-Wing so much.
Is that what you did in Starfield?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. But the problem is that we ran out of storage, so all of a sudden my awesome R-Wing became had storage units all the way across the side, so I just kind of lost it. It's just like a fucking flying like a fucking block of butter.
Oh dear.
So Star Fox, I love Star Fox. It's amazing. Yeah. So there you go.
I can't comment on it. I played the SNES one for RetroGAC. I think it's just, for me, it's a product of its time. If I'd have played it back then, I'd have probably loved it. It would have blown my mind.
Yeah.
Playing it 20 plus years later.
I mean, if Star
30
Fox
years.
64, if you get the Switch expansion online and you get to play it with the pad, like
I'll probably enjoy that.
Star Fox 64, yes, please, if you get any chance of playing it, that's a phenomenal game. It is awesome, so good. But I wouldn't bother playing the rest. The DS ones maybe, but not the rest.
On the DS, I'd imagine. Like, have you tried any of the DS stuff on the old boy?
No, I have not.
I can't imagine how. Mario Kart DS would be fine because it's just Mario Kart, and you just
You
don't need the stylus for anything.
You don't need the bottom screen. The bottom screen was just the map.
I just can't imagine they'd be great, to be honest.
Yeah,
on the tiny screen as well, and you're working with dual screens for the DS.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't work.
The
thing is, you can get a DS really cheap and buy an R4 card, and you can have every DS game on it for like less than 30 quid.
Yeah, well, I'm sure my mum still got her 3DS because she was playing Professor Layton games, so we just nab hers if she didn't.
Yeah.
Just
Just make sure you don't brick it, because that's connected to the internet.
Tits.
Yep.
Number 6.
Yeah, go on then.
Fallout.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Fallout, baby.
Well, I'm starting to play Fallout 3 for the past 2 weeks. I never thought. I love Fallout 3.
Fallout 3 is phenomenal,
right, okay.
isn't it?
So,
there's 2 phenomenal games that are kind of obvious.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you're not thinking of New Vegas, but you need to give New Vegas a chance, man. Like a proper.
Yeah.
Honest to God, if you love
I
3,
do.
forget about the additional ammo building bollocks and that. Just go melee. Just run around with a baseball bat and a super
you
sledge.
need to finish off your playthrough of it.
I know, yeah.
You were doing really good. It was such good fun.
I know, it was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Fallout 3 is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fallout 4 was... we've
It's
discussed
enjoyable.
this already,
It's an enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 is fine.
It was a letdown.
It's a letdown overall, but
yeah.
I can still happily jump on Fallout 4 because, again, similar to Borderlands, they improved the gunplay and all that so much. Because, again, 3 in New Vegas is combat mechanics.
I'm finding
They're
that the shooting
rough
in
as
3.
tits.
Yeah. If I'm not using VATS, like I'm aiming and I'm pressing the trigger to shoot, and there's definitely like a second or so delay before it starts.
With Fallout 3 in New Vegas. And New Vegas is better. This is why I prefer New Vegas. I think New Vegas is just... there's little tweaks to New Vegas that are just a slight improvement on 3. But with 3, if you just roam around with a combat shotgun and go brute force with a sledgehammer or something like that, you're fine. Just build yourself up like a tank.
Do you know actually on the 360, what I'm playing it on the 360 on the fucking Series X? See, actually, loading time between it runs so smooth. By the way,
Oh, does it?
just because the console's more powerful.
Yeah.
I've not found at any one point any bugs or anything like that. And your loading screens between doors is literally like a second. It doesn't take any time. It's so smooth and it's so quick. So I'm thoroughly playing. I'm enjoying it right now.
Yeah, but that's what it's like even on this laptop, this bum laptop that I've got, because it's on PC. It's just you go through a door, boom, straight into it. Unlike Starfield in the year 2023, still got to have fucking loading screens for every single door you go through. Oh, Starfield's had a big, massive update apparently, but there's still fucking loading screens. Stupid.
That's more of a graphical update than anything else, I think.
Yeah, because that's what I needed updating on. But yeah, Fallout 4 is good. It's fine. It's not a patch on the other 2.
I've seen people play 1 and 2, but I've never played them myself.
They're different. That's the thing.
Oh, that's the thing. But yeah, that's that point and click kind of style, isn't it?
You're either into it or you aren't. That's I think point and clicks are a product of their time.
Oh, definitely.
Old school PC games.
If you were like a teenager, sort of like in the late 80s into early 90s, then point and clicks, or that you're kind of that's what point and clicks were aimed for. Was that sort of like adult thing. Whereas we were kids, we were Mario and fucking Sonic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
That's what we wanted. Yeah. So
Yeah, like
it's just before my
I've
time.
tried, trust me, like you know how much I love Fallout, but I've tried probably minimum 5 or 6, fresh starts. I'm gonna do it this time.
Yeah,
Start fresh because I love the look of Fallout. I love the style of it, the music.
Yeah.
The lore in it. I just love it all. It's so good. It's so well thought out, well designed.
Yeah.
But fuck me, it's a slog playing that first one. It's so hard. Especially when you've got 3, when you've got New Vegas, when you've got 4, even 76.
I was just saying, we played 76 together for a good couple of sessions.
Man. It's tragic, 76. But I know it's far improved from what it was on release now.
Yeah.
And when we did play together, it was a good laugh.
Yes, we did have fun.
And again, that's another one we could always do on a Thursday,
Yeah.
So we just jump on 76 and see what we can get up to, sort of thing. But, like, for that, it's fine. But, like, 3 in New Vegas, there was nothing better than, like, getting home from college and just, burying myself in my little dome of just me with Liam Neeson being my dad.
I know.
And trying to save him.
Your dad.
You know what I mean? But, like,
yeah.
I love, like, the actual story of Fallout 3 is far superior to New Vegas. Liam Neeson being your dad.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what's going on, saving him, finding him, saving him. I love the VR section in it. Is it called Pleasantville or something, where it becomes like a 1930 and it's freaky
America.
as fuck. It's so scary.
One of the vaults has got the thing. Yes, I remember
that's the best thing about 3 in New Vegas is exploring the vaults, doing your own thing. Because I think that's what I did when I streamed New Vegas. Was my goal was I want to explore all the vaults, and that's it. So like I had my silly rules and stuff to make the game enjoyable and to make the stream a bit entertaining. But ultimately my goal was I just want to go and explore the vaults.
Yeah.
Which I might do, it's probably worth me reinstalling 3 and then doing that on 3.
Oh yeah, just do it through your Xbox. That is so good.
Yeah, I might do that at some point. But it's just it's the amount of stuff you can do aside from the main quest. It isn't to the level of a Skyrim or a Witcher 3 or anything, but
no,
there's so many. You'll always, if you just go and explore, you'll find something. Even in the wasteland of, there's a lot of nothingness, especially New Vegas. There's a lot of nothingness in New Vegas. But like it's the desert. It's the Nevada desert. It's supposed to be barren.
Yeah. It's barren.
But you'll find little things even out in the middle of nowhere. It's great. I just love it. I love the exploration.
Yeah. No, Fallout is amazing actually. And I am quite surprised I never actually thought about that. But yeah. No, totally agree with you. Awesome.
Awesome sauce. We're at the halfway point.
Sauce.
Are we?
Oh, God.
Are you at your number 6?
No, I think I'm at 5 now.
Okay. Number 5.
God, I don't know. I don't remember.
Not me.
All right. Here we go. Halo.
Halo was on my top 10 until today.
Oh, God.
Halo and Borderlands have been eliminated just to make room for the next 2, basically.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, I mean, Halo's Halo, isn't it? There's not much to explain. Master Chief saving the universe.
Yeah,
that's
one of the most iconic protagonists in video games.
Yeah,
the music's phenomenal. The story's convoluted, but it's still it's interesting,
overall,
isn't it?
I think from 1 to 3, ODST and Reach. That's the top, isn't it, of storytelling in Halo.
Yeah.
Then 4 through.
I thought the story of 4 was fine. I think it was very much a more personal story between Chief and Cortana.
Yes.
I wasn't keen on the new enemies they brought in. I can't remember what they're called.
The Forerunners.
They had the funky guns, didn't they?
Yeah, I loved them guns.
They were cool. They were cool, but I couldn't quite enjoy them like you could the original. You know, the original.
Yeah.
You know the.
I think with the guns in 1, 2, and 3, you know, you've got.
I like the quirkiness of some of them. You know what I mean? The needle gun and stuff like that.
Yeah, you've got your bloody SMGs and your assault rifle. You know, you feel it. It's really weird to say, but like when you're playing it in your pad, it's like almost like you can actually feel it. Do you know what I mean? In your hands.
Yeah.
Whereas 4, because like the alien guns that you had didn't have that same sort of like feedback in the pad.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at, isn't it? You just didn't feel like it was like
there was just that something I couldn't get into it. I like 4.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it. I think 4. I think 4 is unfairly criticized. I'm not saying it's to the level of the first 3, but you know, when your final boss is a QTE, ooh. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know. And I never really understood the whole point of like a final boss, like in the first person shooter, like that kind of style. Like, you know what I mean? You should just get to the end and, you know, lob a grenade and fire some bullets at him. A bullet sponge for like 2 or 3 minutes.
All you need. And first person shooter boss should always be a bullet sponge.
And then explode the area and then escape to the awesome fucking music. And a fucking warthog driving down the side of a fucking exploding. Yeah, it's just, yeah.
You have the QTE, you explode a bomb or something. And then I think Cortana dies. And then you have like a weird personal moment. I'm not saying weird. It's obviously like a heartfelt moment between Chief and Cortana. But it's just like... It's not what I signed up for. It's Halo. I want a crazy escape sequence at the end. Come on.
Yeah.
So I just finished with a QTE and a love scene between Halo and an AI. Can't be arsed at that.
Yeah. And then was it 5? 5 was the Guardians.
5.
Yeah.
5 was such a disappointment.
But that was wasn't that the story of where Cortana goes rogue as well as 5?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole build up was him. Trying to reclaim her or something.
Trying to resave her and that. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I've not played 4, 5 as much as I've played 1, 2, and 3. I think 1, 2, and 3 are just like etched in the fucking somewhere in this fucking squidgy pink thing in my head.
They were something else though. In all fairness, like I'll shit on 2. You know, I'll shit on 2, but. For plenty good reasons.
No,
it's got a terrible ending. It's another one. It's a worse ending than 4.
No way.
Yes way. You fight a brute. That's your final boss, a brute.
Yeah,
you fight a billion of them in the rest of the game.
It's a big bloody brute though. It's the same in bloody Infinity. The fucking main guy's a brute. The end guy.
And I'm not. That one's fine. But like, Chief shouldn't be open world.
No. But again, we've discussed all this. But that's another series that we could Thursday nights. Oh,
games will be games, bro.
Games will be games. Bring it back. Bumcast.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
All right, Maloko. I love that Maloko was in GTA 3. I love that. All right, go on then.
What were we at? Number 5.
Yep.
I'm actually disappointed in myself that I didn't bring this up, and I know you're going to make a comment because I know you don't like them. Metal Gear.
Oh,
they're so good, man.
They are so
good. Yes. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Peace Walker. Portable Ops is good. Ground Zeroes is fine.
Yeah.
And
what about Metal Gear Bums?
I would play Metal Gear Bums if that was a thing.
If you just see Snake's bum.
No, these were like when these came out. It was an event when a Metal Gear game came out. From 2 onwards, like one, I think 1 surprised everyone with how good it was.
Yeah.
And how critically acclaimed it became. So then from that point on, every single Metal Gear game was a massive deal when one of these came out because they're massive, big budget. You know, I want to be a movie director, Hideo Kojima games.
Yeah.
So like, aside from the thing that the excessively long cutscenes don't bother me in the games because they're so well made. It's such, it's weird. It's obviously weird because it's Hideo Kojima. He's a weird man. He would probably tell you himself, "Hello, I'm Hideo Kojima. I'm a weird man."
I am weird, man.
Yeah. But Metal Gear Solid 3 was for me the pinnacle of video games for the longest time. Because that being set in a jungle and it was...
Isn't there a boss in there that if you like fight through the boss fight and then you just don't play for like a month?
He dies of old age.
He dies,
That's
yeah.
totally a thing, yeah. Hey, you weren't there, bro, back when you played on the PlayStation 2, right? And you had a fight with The End. Yeah. That was his name, The End.
That was The End, right. Okay. Did he tell you like stories?
You reach a certain point where you know that he's hunting you because he's like an old school sniper guy, so he can just stay still in places for ages, and then he knows he's got something to do with
that's some super skill, isn't it?
Yeah, I think like the woods, the trees and that, like feed him and keep him alive sort of thing.
Yeah, go on.
There's weirdness to it like that. Yeah. But if you save your game at that point, this is what I would do. You save your game at that point, you quit, you open the PlayStation, and you take the disc out so you get the menu with that lovely menu
music. You can change the date. Yeah.
So you can change the date and time.
Yeah.
Fast forward a week. So you change it a week, plonk Snake Eater back in, start your save, and then immediately a cutscene starts where the End's died of old age. It's awesome.
But don't get me wrong, like that's such a novel way of beating a boss. It really is.
Hideo Kojima, so in all fairness to him, would always come out with quirky things in his games. Like you had the Psycho Mantis.
Like Psycho Mantis, yeah, exactly.
Reading your memory card, and especially if you played Konami games, Symphony of the Night, stuff like that. If you had a save, he would say, "Oh, I see you like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you little weapon." Oh, and it was just, you know, at the time, 1998 or whatever it was, that was mind blowing.
I know, no, I do remember it.
Yeah, and if you, he makes a comment if you save a lot or if you don't save, like if you haven't saved up to that point, he calls you reckless or something like that.
It's pretty.
It's clever. It was really clever.
But I mean, doesn't say like he obviously does that in like 1, 2, and 3, like clever stuff. I mean, 4 and 5, does he do stuff in there that's?
Oh, 4's weird, mate. 4's just full on.
Yeah,
weird.
but does he do like something like that where you can have to save and move your date a week to kill a boss, or does he?
Probably will be. I just like my knowledge on 4 is a bit fuzzy now. 5 not so much. 5 became really serious. Like the cheese and that was gone from 5. It was a super serious game.
Well, I mean, you're saying that, but I'm sure isn't that 5 the one with the girl in the micro bikini?
Yeah, quiet. She is.
Yeah.
What was his excuse for having her just in a bikini? She is. She's photosynthetic. Is that what it is? To do with sunlight and that. She feeds off sunlight.
Right, okay.
So she's got to show skin to survive. That was Hideo Kojima's reasoning.
Show the hooker.
Yeah.
There was actually, I'd seen a video on Twitter some point this week, and it was a model, and she was playing the game that she was in, one of the Metal Gear ones, and she was in a prison cell, and she was just like, and she'd seen that the person that she played, they wanted to scan her feet.
Okay.
And she's barefoot in the prison, and she's just like moving her legs up and down. And she said a story that like Hideo Kojima like really needed to scan her feet.
Oh, of course he did.
And then she realized,
that'll be quiet.
She realized she's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's a fucking foot weirdo.
Yeah, because when you're in the game, from what I remember, I've only played the story of Phantom Pain once because it's such a big game, even though it was unfinished. It's such a big game. You capture her or something because she's trying to kill you, and you capture her, and then so she's basically imprisoned on your thing, your base.
Yeah.
So you can just go and visit her.
Yeah.
So you can watch her shower. You can stare. You can stare at her feet. And it's just they're your weird Hideo Kojima things for that game. But yeah, there's always weird stuff for women and that, and
Yeah.
Like there's basically like that's the
It's
entire.
it's like the Meryl thing where you see her doing bloody sit-ups in a
Yeah, well, one of the things with Meryl as well is you've got to find her in the first one because she's disguised as a soldier.
yeah.
So the way you notice which one she is, because PlayStation 1 graphics, everyone's got the same pixel face, they all look the same, all dressed the same, because all soldiers. You got to watch the way she walks.
So that all right, okay. So that's the way that Aaron Hansen, when he did the Metal Gear, the cartoon, like that's okay. So that's because one of the bits is like you see the big voluptuous ass.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
so basically, you've got to go into the first person view in a certain. You know, Meryl's in this area, this square.
Yeah.
And there's 3 or 4 soldiers surveying the area.
Yeah.
You've got to hide, but peek and stare at these soldiers' backsides to see which one's doing like a girl walk. And then, when you find Meryl, you've got to confront her, so just run up to her, let her see you, so you get the wee sort of sound.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she runs to the women's
Punch her
bathroom.
in the tit.
You could do that. You might get in trouble.
Okay.
The police might come after you for that. But she then runs away to the women's bathroom. If you get there fast enough, you catch her before she puts her pants back on.
Christ.
Hideo Kojima. So like if
and
you
this
get
is
there
why
within
it's your number 5.
Yeah. If you get there within like 10 seconds, she has no pants on. If you're too slow, she's completely dressed herself up as Meryl.
To see her pubic triangle?
No pubic triangles, no pixel boobies like Tomb Raider.
Oh.
But,
do you have that cheat code for Tomb Raider? Yeah. Okay, that's fair then. Right. Yeah. Cool.
Amazing series. I love Metal Gear. I can wax lyrical about it forever. Peace Walker.
Tell you what. I'll tell
Peace
you what.
Walker's
When you
phenomenal.
finally decide to fucking move up to Scotland, we'll play it together.
I think there's more chance
like-
I move up to Scotland than there is of you playing Metal Gear.
No, I know. If you moved up to Scotland, then we could be best bros in each other's arms again. I will play all the Metal Gears.
Okay, that's a deal.
We will record the series and we will play it together, and you will get absolutely infuriated by how shit I am.
That's a deal. Chronological order.
Right. Okay then, there we go.
Number 4.
Okay then. Can I say Resident Evil now? Right, fine. Metroid.
Ooh. I was very close to putting. I really want because I'm in like a Metroid mode. I was close to putting it top 10. I haven't got it on. It's
I love Metroid.
honorable mentions, but like
I love Metroid.
I've not played enough of the series, the franchise.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
To
like,
decide if I love it
You've made your way through. I think the main.
I've played the main
games.
ones.
Yeah.
And they are all amazing, to be fair.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's sci-fi. I fucking just love sci-fi. I love space and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, this is right up my fucking alley. You know, fucking bounty hunter, fucking killing, fucking space pirates and fucking alien species.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
And you didn't get anything like that on Nintendo, really, did you?
No,
The closest was
no.
Star Fox, probably, but it's your space shooter, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
like,
that's
this
your
took it
spaceship
to
thing.
another-
This is you going and planning to fucking murdering people to like and we've already gone through I think how many games now? Metroid games? 2.
We've done
two?
Super and Prime.
Prime. I mean,
We do need to do
we'll get
Fusion.
okay.
We do need to do Fusion down the
Yeah.
line.
Actually, have you finished it now?
I finished Fusion. We'll save it, bro. I do want to talk about it, but
That is good though, innit?
we'll
Yeah,
wait.
it's good.
We'll wait a few.
Yeah.
Let the Prime thing finish off, and then we'll.
Yeah, but
do
it's
Fusion.
good.
It is good.
Yeah, and I mean, it's still. I mean, I'm so thankful that Dread did so well. That I definitely think Nintendo will be like keeping this one a bit more.
They just
more active.
Just drop
It's
another
serious.
Metroid every 3 years or something like that. Just a 2D Metroid.
Yeah,
Incorporate little
I mean-
new things to it.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, Metroid works better in 2D. Like the Dread style graphics, like 3D rendered worlds and all that sort of stuff. But it's a
Lovely
2D
looking game.
game. Yeah, it's phenomenal looking. Yeah, just carry on with doing that. I mean, I love the Samus's Return, the remake of Metroid 2 on the 3DS. Like, I think that's fucking phenomenal. And just will try and get you a way of playing that as well, because that's fucking. Really
Yeah, I do.
nice.
Again, if I borrowed my mum's 3DS, I could do it.
There you go. Yeah,
that is probably the only other one. I would like to do the other two primes, but like, there's no convenient way of me doing it at the minute. So
No. But yeah, it's an awesome franchise. We've gone through the games. There's nothing really much else that we need to add. Go back and listen to the other episodes.
Exactly.
But yeah, fucking badass heroine, fucking killing things. Job done.
Yeah, man. Go check out our Metroid episodes, Super Metroid, and the very recently released Metroid Prime episode,
Metro Prime,
which I really enjoyed.
Yes.
Number 4, we need to actually start blasting through these. I think we will now, because these are all
Wait,
super...
number 4. I've got 3. Oh, you're number 4. Yeah, go on then.
My number 4.
Yep.
We'll get through these quick. So,
Yep.
the Soulsborne games. I forgot about this, mate.
I did actually expect that from you. Yeah.
Last night, it was like, I'd not put a Dark Souls game in my list. What's going on? And I don't like that they do the Soulsborne thing as a franchise, because I like Dark Souls is its thing.
Yeah.
Demon Souls is basically like the precursor to it all, but and then Bloodborne's its own thing. But my way of incorporating them all is to go with the trend of Soulsborne.
Yeah. But it's like Metroid and Castlevania.
Basically Metroidvania.
It's the same thing.
But they are all basically the same games, just set in different worlds and slight different tweaks to the mechanics and stuff.
I mean, I've got that Demon Souls. You told me to get it when I first got the PS5, and I've never played it. And
it's still the best PS5 game. And I love God of War Ragnarok. I love Resident Evil Village. I love Resident Evil 4. I love Spider-Man 2. None of them have made me feel the way Demon Souls made me feel. And that was a release day PS5 game.
Yeah.
But because it was designed for the PS5, it felt like an awesome PS5 experience.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's got its little infuriating things, because that's the point of these games. They are challenging. They are really hard.
Yeah.
They are disgustingly hard, to the point where it took me a good year to finish Bloodborne.
Oof.
It took me a year to finish Dark Souls.
Jeez.
Dark Souls 3 didn't take me as long, maybe half a year.
I mean, you've had enough practice at that point.
Yeah, still, it's tough. Dark Souls 3 is tough, but it's the easiest one of the Dark Souls. Demon Souls is the easiest one, so that's the thing for you. If you can get through...
Like you've said before about the Jedi Fallen Order being that kind of styly game.
Yeah.
And I did end up actually thoroughly enjoying it at the end. That if Demon Souls is the easy version and it's similar to that, I might
just give it a go. And
I might. Well, I mean, the game's in storage, so I'm gonna have to get the fucking game out of storage at some point. But yeah.
But if you can't finish Demon Souls, if you really don't like it, don't bother with the rest. I can do it for you. I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I can give you hints and tips, maybe, if I remember.
Yeah.
The only the Dark Souls, and Bloodborne's one of my favorite games ever, and Dark Souls, but I couldn't put Soulsborne higher than 4 because I fucking hate that Sekiro.
Oh,
That's and it won like every Game of the Year award and everything. It's not great. It is the one that's just infuriating. I didn't find enjoyment out of it. It was just annoying.
Yeah.
And like, I think within a year, Ghost of Tsushima came out, and that's just like a fun version of what Sekiro should be.
Everyone still says good.
Ghost of Tsushima is so good. Just becomes repetitive. Same as that Horizon Zero Dawn. Fun, but gets repetitive. Elden Ring, overrated. Really good.
Ooh.
It's really good, but Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne are... Demon Souls really good as well, but Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne are probably top 5 games ever for me. They take up two of my spaces for that. I just beg everyone to play at least one Soulsborne game, because they're They're a good challenge. If you like a good challenge, there's nothing better
That's
than a
it, isn't
Souls
it?
game.
Yeah. It's just I think at the moment, at this moment, like it's hard for us to be able to put down
Yeah, and they
a
need
decent
to
amount of time. Yeah.
they need to either upgrade Bloodborne or give us Bloodborne 2. Come on, you bunch of cowards, sort us out.
Right. Well, that's it. That's out on the internet now. Has to happen.
Don't make me tweet you, X you. I mean,
Good.
right, top 3 time.
Okay. Now can I say Resident?
Oh, if you want to say it, you can say it.
Yeah, because I'm not playing it between the head of these two. Yeah. Resident.
Okay. So, whoa.
Yeah.
Resident Evil is a very good franchise. Yes, it was
It's
mine.
fucking brilliant.
It was probably my number 1. That's fine.
Oh my god.
I'll tweak it.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. I mean, it is amazing. I'm sorry, the whole.
It's
mean,
my life.
we've
Resident
done
Evil is my
massive-
life. That's the thing.
Yeah, we've done massive episodes on
Yeah,
1
so-
to 3, 4 to 6, and we'll get to 7, 8, and 9.
I might consider doing 6 with you on a Thursday, mate. That would be entertaining.
No, we tried, and we got to Deborah Boobies, and then
I
that was it. It was
know, I
no
know,
more.
but I'd really want to.
We should
I
finish
really
it off.
wanna,
We should. But yeah, they're amazing. Do you know what I mean? It's a zombie apocalypse, and it's such an absolute long, evolving story. It's amazing. From 0 through to
the fact
6.
that it's still going now, from
Yes.
1996
Yes.
to now, and it's
Yeah.
still easily the biggest horror franchise.
Yes,
It's a title, it's a series that you can say it to any Tom, Dick, or Harry on the street, and they will have heard of Resident Evil. It is gargantuan for a series.
no, I know. And then the 7 and 8, they've mixed up, and it's still. I love
they
7.
transform the games, and
Yes.
it works every time.
Still, I mean, I've got 8. I've still got. I mean, I've not played it, but I mean, I want to play 7 again now on the PS5. And then I'll go into Village afterwards. But yeah, that whole first person adventure, I thoroughly fucking really enjoyed it. Really,
They made it
really
work.
good. Yeah,
And it's
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
like 7 is a frightening game because you're in that perspective as well.
you're in the first person. That's it. You can't see around you.
So good.
And that fucking guy, like, is just absolutely fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
Jack
And,
Baker.
Oh, he's just
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just the fact that they got that hillbilly accent as well.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. No, where I was going to say Nevada. No, it's not Nevada.
It's Alabama, isn't it?
Louisiana. That's where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, start to finish, every game. I mean, I've not played. The only one I've not played is Veronica. But I mean, you've always said like it's amazing, but it's fucking.
It's hard as
rock hard.
tits. It's hard as tits.
Yeah,
You can. I think I said this in the Resident Evil episode.
Yeah, you can
soft
soft lock yourself.
You can soft lock and ruin the game.
Yeah,
But
pretty much. Yeah.
item management, you'll be fine.
I know everyone now that Thingy's come out, as a remaster, 4's come out as the remaster. Everyone's like, right, Code Veronica next. So I mean, if they do,
Yeah.
that would be amazing to see.
I would say the hardcore fans like me are desperate for Code Veronica. We want Code Veronica to get a bit of a spotlight, bit of love
Yes.
again.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
sort of it was obviously well received at the time, but it was supposed to be 3. That was supposed to be the numbered 3, and I
Yeah.
think because that and Nemesis were so close to each other, maybe people had a bit of burnout at the time, Resident Evil burnout slightly.
Yeah.
So I don't think it quite got the love that it should have got.
Yeah.
So it would be nice if it got the
I mean,
remake treatment.
I always remember that as soon as word got around the playground, that like people were struggling to finish it, and it was really hard. I think from like that point on, people just like, oh no, I'm not getting that then.
Oh, no,
yeah, 'cause
honestly,
it only took one
So
person
good.
in the playground to say something, and everyone fucking knew, wasn't it? So
Yeah, it's so good. So good.
but yeah, the whole franchise, start to finish, amazing. So
Yeah, again, it technically is my number 1.
I mean, it's our
Apart-
number 1 game on the board.
Remake.
Yeah, remake Resident Evil remake. So
Probably
fucking
not going to
phenomenal.
be moved, but
No. No.
6 is the only dud. 6 is mainline.
Yeah.
There's stud
Yes.
spin-offs, Operation Raccoon
Yeah.
City, Umbrella Corps.
Yes. Yeah.
But they're not proper. They're just cash
No,
grab
they're not
shit
mainline.
from
Yeah.
Capcom.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as a mainline game, it's only 6. That they just tried too much. They tried too much. Tried to make it like a Michael Bay survival horror extravaganza. And it just failed hard.
I mean, they say like a franchise is only good as its worst game, and 6 is the worst game. But I mean, you can kind of give it some graces.
It's got things to it that I can find enjoyable.
Yeah,
it just always reaches a point when I play it where it's like I just can't tolerate it anymore. It's always around the same point in the Jake Wesker and Sherry Birkin episode, and it's when you end up in some caves or something, and that Nemesis wannabe's chasing you. And then there was a mechanic in that bit that it really pissed me off, and I remember that was the last time I touched that game. But I know if I had you there with me, we would force ourselves through it.
We would,
because like you can have fun with like the gunplay and that, and that's fine. It's not the best it's been.
It's a solid. The thing is, it's a solid game. Like technically, it's just the story.
It's not great.
Yeah. So there we go.
But yeah, we've watched Lyrical many times of Resident Evil. Yes. It is technically my number 1. Yep. So hit us with your number 2, bro.
Oh,
number 2.
Pokemon, isn't it?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, come on. You knew Pokemon would be
I knew Pokemon. I just didn't know if I kind of thought it would be number 1, but now I know what's going to be a number 1.
You do know what my number 1 is.
It's kind of obvious. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon. I didn't.
I mean, 7 of my top 10 in Nintendo games. Of course, it's good. Of course, it's going to make a list.
I obviously didn't have Pokemon, not even as an honorable mention. It could have been an honorable mention, but I just loved.
I don't think you've. I mean, you've only played the
Yellow, Red, and Blue.
Blue, yeah. I mean, you've not dabbled in
the
rest of the generations.
I adore those games. That game, but like just. In general, it's not my sort of thing, the RPG thing, turn-based battles and stuff like that. It's not usually my... And at this stage of my life now, I can't be arsed trying to learn more Pokemon. I know 151. That'll do me.
And do you know what? It's gotten to the point now that it's so many. It's like over 1,000 now. But I mean, the most recent one, Scarlet and Violet, was actually a really phenomenal game. It had its flaws with the graphic style and it being a bit janky. But I mean, it's the first time that they've made a Pokemon game open world. So come the next game that comes around, the next generation 10 or whatever it is, you'll see improvements and whatnot. But I think overall, I loved every generation, every game. Some more than others. There are some that are fan favorites in the fandom that I don't like Diamond and Pearl. I'm not big fans of that. But I mean, generally, I've played them all, beat them all, and and I would play them again. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Even I can imagine even the ones you don't like as much as the rest of the fan base. You still get your enjoyment out of them for what they are.
Yeah, right? And the thing, and like we mentioned when we did Red and Blue, the thing with Pokemon games is like you have a team of 6 Pokemon, you do it, and then you can start again and have a different team, and it's a different playthrough, it's a different style, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
You can like I mentioned, there's all these different variations like a Nuzlocke and Cage Locks and all this sort of stuff. So you can impose all these different rules on yourself while playing a game to make it more interesting. So it's just such a game that can be so varied, and I mean, there's so many fucking of them as well. Do you know what I mean? And
there's tons.
Yeah.
And like you say, like similar to Mario, pretty much every Pokemon game that comes out is well received.
Yeah.
The fans love them, the critics enjoy them. So as a series, it's rightfully one of the best, isn't it? So
I mean, it set out what it wants to do, and it does it well. So you can't really knock it. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, check out our Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow episode
Yeah.
for more information on the series.
Yeah.
So my unofficial number.
Okay,
No,
then.
actually, I'm gonna do a bit of a.
Oh, you read it again? Okay, then.
Yeah, this is my number 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm doing a cheeky for reasons
Okay.
I'll get into when I tell you my number 1.
Go on, then.
Number 2 is Doom.
Ooh. Yeah.
Doom is just it's always teetering around the top for me.
I knew you'd have that.
Yeah, Doom is just amazing. It's the best shooter ever made, bar none.
Yeah.
Better than
I mean, I do
GoldenEye.
agree with that. I mean, it is one of the best. It is definitely one of the best.
It's phenomenal. It's just
Yeah.
like old school Doom as well. It's even like you can tell it was made by like 3 or 4 snotty teenagers because it was just like metal music. You're a space marine killing all the demons and
The demons
descended
from
to
hell,
hell. And it's great. You can't fail. And it was just such a well-made game. And then
Yeah.
all of the sequels that followed, even 3, which was like a weird turn into survival horror with it's still shooty bangs, but it just wasn't as thingy as the first 2. And then I've got a special place in my heart for Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, which are they're just phenomenal games.
Yeah, no, they are.
And I just want to give a little honorable mention to Doom VR as well. It was actually VFR. VFR?
Oh, BFR.
You know, like a BFG sort of.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure that's what it was, but it's Doom VR.
We little chicken lad.
It was good. It let you explore a couple of bits from Doom 2016 in VR, and then you'd have little arena battles with the demons.
Yeah,
it was really cool. But yeah, again, we've done Doom. We've talked about Doom.
We have done Doom.
We've mentioned how amazing it is. It's quite high up on the super leaderboard. So
yes,
check out those episodes for more info on Doom. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your number 2? No, it's your number 1 now, bro.
Yeah,
number 1.
Well, go on then. Tell me what it is.
Sonic, innit? Come on. Is it The Legend of Zelda?
Oh my god, yes it is. Yeah, 100%. It was always going to be Legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
So,
again, like Mario, pretty much every Zelda game that comes out, they have grafted to make that game special.
yeah.
I understand that. I just don't like the games. And I've tried.
No.
And mate, I've got Metroid to back me up now. You know I will try.
Yeah, I know.
I will try, and I have tried my darndest.
I will never pester you again.
Ocarina of
play
Time.
Zelda.
I've probably played Ocarina of Time 10, 12 times. I cannot get into it at all.
I love it. I love it so much. I listened to a podcast about 2 weeks ago of a guy, and he was saying like, he knows the legacy and respects the legacy, but it's such a janky crap game. And the whole podcast I was listening to, I was like, no, fuck you. It's just I
Was it me?
I love it. No, it wasn't you. No. You could have been on there though. You'd be agreeing with him with everything he said. Yeah, no, I love the whole series of Zelda. I love the fact that every game was a game in itself that wasn't linked, and then they've tried to like link them all together. I think that's really cool that they've tried to make like an overarching story that there was basically a timeline of the games, and you get to a corner of time, and then it branches off to 3 different timelines. So now we can have games in 3 different timelines. I think that's really cool. But I just love the puzzle aspect, the fact that it's sword and shield going back to the the medieval-y time sort of thing. I think the games look gorgeous. The whole aesthetic is amazing. Like we've previously discussed, Breath of the Wild, as much as I think it's probably one of the best games of all time, like I am not as in love with it as most of the fandom is. But that's just my personal taste. But but I mean, still an amazing game. And I think there's not, apart from the CDI Philips games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't a dud in the
Are they
the
official?
Legend of Zelda series. They are official.
Ooh,
yes.
dear. Oh, I think you need to
Yes.
knock it down your list, bro. It's not good enough.
And, to be fair, it wasn't actually Nintendo that made them, so that's
Okay.
that's the caveat there. But yeah, every game's amazing. Don't get me wrong, like you've got to save the princess in every game, and you've got to go through, 11 dungeons or however
I
many
think that's
dungeons
just
it is.
that's a Nintendo trope, though, isn't it? They basically just do the
Yeah.
same game over and over, but
Yeah,
they make tweaks,
but-
and then people
yeah.
love them.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like every dungeon's different. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got the same dungeons with the hook shot,
Yeah.
but like every dungeon that you get the hook shot item is different. So it's like as much as you've got the same item, the way that you get that item and the boss that you defeat at the end are completely different to the other ones. So as much as it's very similar, they do make a lot of differences. But yeah, and it transitions into 3D really well. Not so I mean Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and that, and amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. And one day I will get a tattoo of the Triforce.
On your butt cheeks.
I might get it on my butt cheeks. Yeah. Yeah, so when I'm old and decrepit and I've shat my pants in a fucking in a home light, they're wiping the fucking Triforce fucking right over my sphincter.
Do you feel
Every time they do it, I'll be like, "Din-din-din-din."
Oh no, quickly. My unofficial number one.
Yeah, number one by proxy.
Number one by proxy. On its day, it can be, because the reason I've picked this is there's quite a few games, and I, to be fair, love every single one of them. One's a bit meh, but it's still really good for its.
I generally have no idea.
Ooh.
I generally like Little Big Planet.
No. Ooh. No. Honorable
FIFA.
mention. No, not FIFA. No.
I don't know. Don't know. I genuinely don't know what you've got. It's gonna
I don't know how to.
unsurprise. Just what is it? What's the franchise?
Yeah.
You're
God
gonna
of
give me a
War.
clue.
No, it's God of War.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When I think of that, I've got all the fucking God of
Oh,
Wars.
mate, God of, and
I don't think
you're
of
talking 8 games.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6
I've
Greek
not,
games.
I've not played the PSP or the Vita ones.
Really good. They're really
Yeah,
good.
I know they redid the was it the PS3? They brought the
They made
the
a
PSP
collection.
ones on it. Yeah, the collection. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, and
really
I never
good.
got them actually. Yeah, no, I love God of War. I think God of War's phenomenal. Actually.
Actually, far more impressive than what Grand Theft Auto did. Like Grand Theft Auto is still really good. The Liberty City
Yeah,
stories
yeah.
and the Vice City stories, but
Mhm.
You wouldn't know the difference with God of War, Chains
Mm-hmm.
of Olympus, and Ghost of Sparta. They feel like the PS2 God of War games, but
Yeah.
on a handheld, and it's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Even with the limitations of one analog stick and only the one left and right back
The
button.
shoulder buttons. Yeah.
It was awesome, and each one they brought in loads of these famous Greek mythological characters and that. I think Midas was in one of them and stuff, and he turned everything to gold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, because Kratos is a bloodthirsty murderer in those 6 games, he just kills everyone, and it's amazing. But yeah, it's just that.
I love that whole like sort of like Greek god aesthetic.
That's
Like, the
amazing, yeah.
the
I
first
love
match of like God of War games, so good. Yeah, no,
and that is the one thing that those 6 games have over the Norse ones. I've just got more of an interest in the Greek.
Yes.
I know a bit more. I understand
Yeah.
the characters and that more than the Norse ones. But like those, the 2 recent ones are 2 of the finest video games ever made.
Oh god, yeah, they're
Ever.
beautiful.
And they
Absolutely.
will be for the longest time. They'll be
Yeah.
probably.
I did. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just thinking, like, see when the 2 new ones came out, and it was like they were in the Norse sort of like gods. I was like, that's amazing. But I was like, why didn't they do Roman? Why didn't they go from Greek to Roman and then Roman to Norse? And I've always wondered why they kind of like skip the Roman gods. I know they're very similar to the Greeks, but like
that
in the
might
terms
be
of like
why.
actual, yeah, maybe, but like in terms of the timeline, do you know what I mean? You could have. I'm not gonna say elongated it, but you could have made him go into like even just like one game or whatever, just through the fucking battered through the Roman gods.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Norse story's finished by the sound of it. I think they're gonna, by the looks of it, they're either gonna release. No, they're probably not gonna release DLC for Ragnarok now because they did Valhalla. But there's gonna be a standalone Atreus Loki game. That's almost a guarantee. Do you know what? I would have pulled that face before Ragnarok, but because you play as him,
I've not finished Ragnarok, so I don't know. But yeah,
because you play as him in Ragnarok, and he's actually really fun to play with.
Yeah,
I would be on board with just a kind of like a Spider-Man Miles Morales sort of deal. Doesn't have to be an enormous game, but just give him a bit of the spotlight. The fans will love it because he's a bit of a poster boy for the PlayStation at the minute. Atreus. And then I think it'll finish the Norse story then. Okay. Because when you finish Valhalla, that's pretty much Kratos' story.
All right. Okay. Well, don't tell me I've not played it yet.
You need to play it, bro.
Spoilers.
It's phenomenal.
I've got it.
Not that Twitter didn't. I mean, X didn't spoil everything within a day of Valhalla being out, but.
but I don't look for it. Obviously, so that's fine.
I don't look for it. They just throw it on my bloody screen because they know I love God of War. But yeah, the rumor before 2018 was that he was going to go to Egypt. It was going to be
that would be good as well.
And that's what they reckon will be the next
Egyptians.
one.
Ooh, okay.
Egyptian Kratos would be what?
That would be actually like fighting raw and all that. That would be fucking really good, actually. Yes.
And like, he is one of them characters. He has to be in every game, Kratos.
Yeah.
Like they've had ample opportunity to kill the bugger. He dies. He dies in God of War 2. He dies in God of War 3. He keeps dying, but he keeps coming back.
Yeah.
They obviously don't want to kill him off.
No.
They might do at the end of Valhalla. Who knows? But like, I want to see Kratos decked out in Egyptian gear. And what he will do to the pharaohs and stuff like that, and Osiris and whoever else.
Yeah, that would if he doesn't stick like one of them fucking giant staffs that they had, like right up someone's shaft. That's not my Kratos.
Game of the year.
Even if it's a really bad game, as long as he sticks a fucking staff up someone's fucking hole.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. That's it.
But yeah, technically this is my number 3. I did have it number 3. Because I have like a ridiculous love for Doom and Resident Evil because they're from my childhood onwards, and they've got the library of games. Resident Evil's far greater than Doom's, but when you actually look at God of War, 1 phenomenal game, 2 probably my favorite God of War game, 3 phenomenal game.
The starting of 3, I always think was probably one of the best starts of any game. Yeah.
Start and end of 3, it's non-stop 3. It's so good. Ascension's really good, gets a bit of flack, but I think people were on God of War burnout at that point with Ascension because that was the 6th one. Chains of Olympus really good, Ghost of Sparta really good. Not as good as all the others because the handheld thing,
of the handhelds,
but they were still as good as a PlayStation 2 experience. And obviously 2018 and Ragnarok, League of Their Own, transformed it because as mentioned, the Ascension burnout. I think they knew at that point we've got to do something different. If we want to keep it going, do something different. It's far greater than the Resident Evil's move to third person and first person. I think the God of War transformation was far better. Because as much as I love God of War 2, as a whole package, I think it's a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
But like just
The storytelling and those
the
ones.
story for 2018 is the best
Yeah,
in video games.
that's the thing. Like for the first
It's
few games,
beautiful.
the storytelling in those games at that point in time was all done through through the game and through narrative. Whereas when it had that break, all of a sudden games became like films. They became, do you know what I mean? And so I think that's when they had to have changed the way that the game.
Yeah.
It had to be more of a narrative
And like
story.
I'm not huge fan of I want my video games to be films. I want my video games to be video games.
Yeah. Yes.
So aside from Metal Gear, which gets a bit of a free pass because I grew up with it, but I don't play Metal Gear that much anymore. So like I don't.
Oh no, he froze again.
Oh, froze again.
Oh no! Wait, no!
Oh,
Back.
Oh, it's
Carrie, stop streaming.
I
was literally gonna get my camera then as well.
Oh, you keep that camera away, boy. Yeah, I don't like get that itch to play Metal Gear anymore. Really,
Yeah,
I think I've passed it. That was.
But what I
life.
was meaning was like like The Last of Us and like GTA
Last
5.
of Us was the one that I will admit. Last of Us was the game that pioneered this style, this new style of making it movie quality.
Yeah, it's the story and everything. It immerses you and you become involved in the game.
Yeah, what lets The Last of Us down is the gameplay. It's quite minimal. I don't want to say it's minimal. It's limited. It's very limited gameplay. There is so much focus on the story.
Yeah, that's the point though, isn't it? It's more of like an actual story rather than Kratos goes and he kills people, then he goes and kills more people. This is a story of him, like he's now done all these murdering, and he just wants to settle down in life, and it's all been uprooted.
Yeah, you don't have to have played the other 6 to get your enjoyment out of it.
No, but I mean, it is such a big story. That,
but as someone who's played the other 6, the little moments where he goes and gets the blades again in 2018, to someone who's not played the other games, you don't get how awesome that moment is. That is so cool.
Yeah,
and then you get the little visions of Athena in the background. But if you've not played the other 6, you don't know who that weird figure is that you then don't ever see for the rest of the game. It's just little things, and it's such a beautiful game. And I would love to do Retro Gak on it, but it ain't nowhere near old enough to be talking Retro Gak.
Old enough, I know. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll do the first one.
Could do the first. First one's so good. It's
play it again.
Yeah, it's a bit long-winded. I remember it being long-winded. It's a bit clunky now, but.
Yeah, but I mean that Hydra at the start's fucking really good.
That's so cool. Yeah, and that's that, bro. That's
there you go. We've done our 10 favorite franchises.
Yeah, I think we did all right there. We picked some decent ones.
Oh god, yeah. I mean,
got good taste
honorable mentions. We do have good taste, don't we? I had Mortal Kombat initially.
Mortal Kombat's an honorable mention, yeah.
Because we played all of them, and I love Mortal Kombat.
Again, I've not played enough of the series. I've played the select few, all the recent ones and stuff. I've got Uncharted. I enjoy Uncharted. NHL is my honorable mention for a sports game. I love the NHL games.
NHL games are awesome. Yeah, I know. But nothing beats 94. So.
NHL 94 is the peak, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Dead Space, another horror game. Bloody love Dead Space.
Yeah, no, you do.
Yeah, so good. Dead Space 3 let it down. If Dead Space 3 was of the quality of 1 and 2, it would probably have made my top 10.
Well, we can coop it.
We can coop it.
I think it's on Game Pass as well.
I was going to say, is it on the Game Pass?
I think if it's on Game Pass, definitely Thursday night coops.
Thursday jobby games will be games. And Streets of Rage.
Oh, Streets of Rage, yeah.
Let down by the first one, really. I just don't really like the first one. 2, 3, and 4 are good. Check out the Retro Gak episode.
Yeah, I was going to say, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
No.
There we go. That's it.
And that's that. That's the latest List Me Baby one more time.
That was good. Really enjoyed that.
In the books.
Really enjoyed that.
Ooh, it was another lengthy one, but that's what happens when we do these top 10 things.
That's what she said.
Oh, and on that note, I have to go check on the wife and baby.
There you go. That's it. Priorities. Right.
Priorities.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening if you're listening. Social medias and all that down below. He's waving because he needs to go. So we're going to say love you.
Get
Bye.
following, get subscribing.
See you later.
Love you. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
See you.